You are listening to Real Career Talk, the podcast. Hello, everyone. This is your host, Sherry Sims, founder of Black Career Women's Network, where career empowerment is our focus and helping you to thrive as a Black career woman is our purpose. You are listening to episode 8. We're talking today about 5 reasons why people make bad career choices. You know, there's 2 sets of people. There are people who get up every day, they go to work, they love what they do, it is effortless, and they have sheer extreme joy at work. Then there are other people who go to work and they are absolutely miserable. There are millions of people who feel stuck in their present positions, and they really make many excuses to rationalize their situation as to why they should stay in their current roles. So I'm going to talk about some of the most common reasons why people make excuses. So we're going to start with number 1. We're going to jump right in. I want to change careers, but I'm not qualified. Okay. I know a lot of people think about this. They desire in their heart to do something different. Maybe they chose a specific profession, and now that they're in a certain place in their career, they're like, gosh, I wish I would have done this instead of that. And it's okay to feel like that, but now it's time to take action. So here's a couple of tips. If you wanted to change careers, but you feel like you're not qualified, look at the job qualifications or the skill sets that are going to be necessary or what you need for this new career change that you wanted to get into. Then you look at your skill sets. What skill sets that you have are going to be transferable into this new industry or into this new role? Make a list comparison. So if you have 7 of the 10 skill sets that are going to be needed for this new career change, look at the 3 skill sets you have and say, okay, well, what do I need to do to get those 3 skill sets? Do I need to continue my education? Do I need to maybe just get something simpler as a certification? Or maybe I just need to hone that skill in currently where I am and then start marketing myself. When you look at your resume, take that resume and transform it to sell yourself in that new industry. Highlight those skills that you have that actually are transferable, selling yourself on that resume as to why what you do currently and the skills you have are completely transferable into this new industry. And make sure that you find someone who is either your mentor or start networking in that industry and asking questions about how they broke into the industry, or what is your recommendation on how I can actually make a really good transition into this new field? So just start getting the word out about what you're wanting to do. Connect with people who are already doing what you want to do to see what is it going to take for you to be able to make that transition into the new industry. And number 1 thing, believe in yourself and the skill sets that you bring to the table. Have confidence. Part of what we talk about on Black Career Women's Network in our Real Career Talk calls that we do live, you talk about having clarity and confidence to make these boss moves. Number 2, I want a better job, but I'm being paid quite well where I am right now. And that might be true. But think about this. When you say you want a better job, is it because you're burnt out of your role that you're in right now? Maybe you have mastered everything you can master in this position, and now you're just going through the motions. And that might be true. But here's a tip for you to change your mindset. Every job you accept should be helping you to take your skill sets to another level. So have you gotten too comfortable in this role because you're getting paid well? Or is it that you're not really being true to who you are in terms of your gifts and your skills? You're doing the job because it pays good money, but you're not happy at the job because maybe you really desire to do something different. And if that is the case, you have to slow down long enough to say, okay, can I make the same amount of money doing something that I love? Or am I here because I'm working to survive and not working to live? So what am I going to do to make those changes? Number 1, Think about what it is that you want to do and start exploring those other options. Or maybe there is a role in your current company that matches some of the things that you desire to do. But first you have to get clear about what it is you want. What do you want? Do you want to do something that you love and get paid the same amount, or are you willing to take a pay cut to do it? So a lot of times when you want to take 2 steps forward, sometimes you have to take a step back in order for you to make the shift and transition into a job that you love or into another career that you want to do. Number 3, I want a job I can love, but I'm too old to change now. Okay. First of all, I always want to say this. You're never, ever, ever too old to make a change in your life, okay? You don't want to give up on your need to succeed. And if you feel like currently where you are now, that you want a job that you love, you're probably not working in your skill sets anymore. I mean, not your skill sets, but you're not working in your gifts. So you need to make sure you find out what is next for you. And if you're saying that you're too old to change jobs, then how are you? What is your self-esteem like? What is your self-worth like? Because if you're believing that and saying it about yourself, other people are not going to give you the opportunity, because this is how you are transferring the energy out into the world. What you want to do is come back and say, you know what? I want a job that I love. I want to get paid very well to do it. And you know what? I am qualified. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to find that role that's going to make me happy. I want to get up every morning and throw my clothes on and get to work with joy. And so you need to think about, what does that mean for you? And when you are in that place to where you might be a more mature, seasoned level employee or worker, it's never too late. So here's a tip. Think about what you can do at this stage in your life. Maybe you do not want to be in a leadership role anymore. Maybe you want to be the one who is being of service and contributing to the role and having an impact. But here's the thing, something to think about, food for thought, okay? A leader doesn't always have to lead. They can be right in the middle of working in their group with their coworkers and be a very strong, influential coworker in their current role. So just something to think about when you want to be in a job that you love, but you feel like you're maybe too old to change. You could be very influential in a different role at another level and really still feed to what is necessary for you to be able to continue to grow and do the work that you do. Number 4, I can't succeed because the people at work around me are holding me back. Is that really an excuse? I mean, really? Let's think about that. What does that mean? So to me, in my mind, is that no one can hold you back from succeeding but you. So if you are in a work environment where it is toxic, where people are not allowing you to be able to share your gifts or work in your purpose or be able to, really work towards a career path that's going to be desirable for you, then maybe it's time for you to change jobs. Go somewhere where you are celebrated and can be elevated, somewhere where you have a defined, clear career path of where you want to go, and that you're going to have a manager who can support that, and that you are working in an environment that can help you to thrive and to really become the best type of employee that you want to be. But not only that, but really just meet your own career goals and break your own glass ceiling. So just assess your workplace and find out, stop making excuses and saying people are holding you back. Now, I will say this. Here's a tip. The most important relationship that you need to have in your workplace is definitely with yourself, but you need to have a strong relationship with your manager, because your manager in that particular work environment can make or break your career escalation, should I say. You being able to have some kind of upward mobility in the organization, they really can put a foot on your neck if that relationship is not where it needs to be. Your current manager does not have to be your mentor. However, they still need to be someone that can somewhat be a borderline spokesperson for you in terms of being able to say that my current direct report is a good person for this next role because. And you want to be able to make sure you have that type of relationship with your current manager. So if you're saying I can't succeed because the people at work are holding me back, who are those people? Is it your boss? Your coworkers should not be at that level of influence to impact it in that way. Or is it someone that is above your boss? So think about who that person is, and can that relationship be mended? Or Is this someone that I'm unable to get past in order for me to move forward in this company? So maybe now it's time for me to look elsewhere. Number 5, I didn't choose this work for myself. This was a family tradition. Everybody in my family is in this job, and I was forced to choose this profession as well. Well, you know what? In my mind, there's no excuse, because God gives us all individual gifts. It's our responsibility to use those gifts to work in our purpose. The gifts that your father or your mother would have, maybe, everybody in your family are attorneys. It doesn't mean you have to be one too. You have to discover what is going to work for you. What are your special gifts that God has given you? And that is what you need to be working towards. So it's going to take a lot of strength, a lot of being able to stand up for who you are when you face your family and say, hey, I know this is a family tradition. Everyone in our family goes down this career path, but that is not the path I want to go for me. So it's important for you to understand that you have to speak up for who you are and what you want in your life and move forward as such. So I want to leave you with this particular quote. Now, most people do not understand sometimes that we don't want to work to live. We don't want to work to survive. We want to work to live. We want to be able to be our best selves. We want to work in our highest level of our highest potential. We want to be happy and feel balanced and feel whole when it comes to the careers that we so much desire to have and that we love. Okay? One thing you cannot do is that you cannot give up on who you are, right? When you give up on a part of yourself, you are not allowing yourself to be able to move ahead in your life. You have to be true to who you are, and do not ever, ever, ever give up on succeeding. My name is Sherry Sims, founder of Black Career Women's Network. You can find us at bcwnetwork.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at bcwnetworkceo. And until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will talk to you on the next Career Talk podcast.